What's up guys, my name is Chay and welcome back to some more Overwatch. Now here we are playing a bit of Genji. Now, he's an odd one, Genji is. Genji is quite a difficult character to play as. It has somewhat of a learning curve. Not a huge one, but his abilities are a little bit different from the other characters. It's very much based on situation and placement, really. Now, his first main ability is of course the Shuriken, which you can fling at a pretty damn good distance, and they remain pretty freaking accurate as well. However, if you right click with this as well, you do throw him as more of a horizontal kind of style thing. Now this video is based primarily on a couple of tips and tricks that I can give you about Genji. Now I am not the best Genji player. You will no doubt see this in the video. The first half of this isn't so great, but the second half picks up a little bit. But you will no doubt notice that yourself. Now at the moment I've managed to get behind them all and capture the point, which is a great thing about Genji, and the reason I could do that is because of his slash ability. Now this one is an incredibly useful ability. This is his left shift ability, which kind of fires him forward at great speeds and does about 50 damage per hit. Now if you do kill someone with this, you can do it again instantly. It recharges it straight away, which is a really useful thing. However, it can be quite difficult to get a kill on this especially if you're fighting someone who's just kind of turned up. It's quite difficult to get a kill. His E ability is Deflect. Now, stupidly, I didn't use it here, which it would have been perfect for me to use. Deflect literally deflects everything. I don't even think there's anything which it cannot deflect. It can deflect ultimates, it can deflect all kind of stuff like that. The only things it doesn't deflect is explosives. That's what it doesn't deflect. But it is a very useful technique to use. And it is the sort of thing which you want to use at any situation possible, really. Use it whenever you can. If you're not quite in range to get someone, use your deflect, because it will fling anything that they're shooting it back right back at them. And as well, it is very useful to use if you're getting a bit of a stuck in a sticky situation. If you haven't got your swipe ability to be able to move around with, then it's useful to use there. Now, like I was talking about your swipe ability, this also comes in handy as a form of movement. Now, you may have noticed me using it here and there. It covers distances very, very quickly, to a point of where people can't really hit you, because you're just moving too quick. They don't notice you, they might realise you're in that direction, but utilising his wall running capability as well, you can pretty much disappear at any kind of moment you really choose, really. So utilise your swipe ability as a form of movement just as much as a form... I just somehow managed to stand on her head at this point. I have no idea where she was. Use it as a form of movement as well as a form of doing damage to people. Another thing I can say for this Genji character is to never ever stop moving. He doesn't have a very, very big health pool. It's only 200, and he is pretty easy to take out against people with any kind of form of explosive. Farah, for example, quite easy to take out. You can use splash damage. However, he is very effective against a number of different characters as well, such as his brother Hanzo, most of the healers, and McCree as well. You'd be quite surprised. You can use his deflect ability against pretty much all of McCree's abilities. So, but you know, if you've got a decent McCree who's pretty quick, he will get you. But ultimately, he's a pretty damn good character as Genji. He's good fun. He's a little harder to get used to than some of the other characters, especially knowing when to time all of your skills. And see what I mean there? I just deflected a flipping cannon blast from Bastion there, which was ridiculous. It's a ridiculous amount of stuff he can deflect. It's maddeningly annoying as well when he does deflect something. But never mind. It's going to happen eventually anyway. It's going to happen. So this is the second half of the video where it's a little bit better for me in that sense. And the first couple of times I died, but this time I'm sort of getting used to the way in which Genji plays, you know, when to use his abilities and stuff. I just did like 3/4 of that sniper's damage there just from deflecting. It's an incredibly powerful technique, is the old deflect. So utilize it whenever you can. Literally any opportunity you can do it, just do it. My final little kind of tip about Genji is he's a little bit like Tracer in the sense that, here we go, another massively high damage deflect there. He's a little bit similar in the way how Tracer works. Now Tracer is a bit more of a character that doesn't necessarily have to focus so much on the objective. Obviously every person should focus on the objective where they can. However, Tracer is one of those characters where you're more useful if you're not on the objective. Because of the speeds that you can move at and everything like that, you're much more useful as an in and out, destroying people at different moments as and when you can. And Genji is very, very similar. Like I said, he has an incredible movement capability of being able to... He runs pretty quick, can go up and down walls quite happily. He has his swipe, he has a double jump. he's a very mobility orientated character, so it really helps your team as well if you're not necessarily always sticking around the payload, whatever you want to call it, because simply as you're not massive, you're more useful away from it. So for this character, you're better off hanging around, trying to get behind enemy lines and trying to do a bit of damage where they're not really paying attention to you. It's your kind of duty to remove people from existence when they have a little health. 10-player kill streak there. We're doing quite well now, actually. And unfortunately, a big Roadhog decided to come and get me. These freaking floaty guys are freaky, those aliens are. They really are. So these are the tips and tricks for me. These are just different things I've picked up on. No doubt you've probably read some of these before. You may have not heard of them, I don't know. But if it does help you, please do let me know in the comments below. That would really help. And I know this is maddeningly late, but we're getting very, very close to the Overwatch launch. It's on Tuesday. On Tuesday. So we've got one more video to go before the launch happens, which we're looking forward to greatly. So we're doing our final push here. There's not much further for the cart, or the car, whatever you want to call it, the lovely limousine, to go. We just have to get past and break through their little defenses they've got out here. So I've managed to notice there is an upper route here, which I can see what's going on. They've got a Bastion, a Sniper, a healer, 2 healers actually running around down there being pains in the ass, because, you know, that's usually what healers do. They are incredibly annoying, incredibly useful when they're on your team, but also incredibly annoying. Now, we do have a second Genji on our team, and unfortunately, he uses his ultimate there, which I did not realise, and I'm just about to have mine fully charged. Correction, it is now fully charged. However, there is no one here for me to kill, and of course, we go and win the game. I just managed to cleave down the freaky robot floating dude. So thank you very, very much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give us a good old like rating and a subscribe, and post down below any additional tips you've got for being Genji. I hope this helps, and I will see you when I see you. When I see you, I will leave you with the play of the game from my friend, Mr. Haywire. Fare thee well, friends, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!